After our exams, the sixth form A-level candidates surged into the world. Some of my classmates with worse grades but better connections were hired conditionally as bank tellers, store clerks, or teachers in Black River or in Kingston, while we waited for the August release of our examination results. I searched unsuccessfully for work. The high unemployment that had plagued Jamaica in the last year under the People's National Party government in 1980 worked against my entire graduating class. But I had the additional problem of my last name being attached to a hearse no one wanted linked to their place of business. I considered leaving Black River, but I could not afford a place of my own anywhere else on the island. When the first breadfruit began to ripen in the middle of July, when the despair of ever getting a job and contributing to the mounting expenses of living in Aunt Marjorie's home threatened to drown me, I was hired as a cashier in a grocery store, and my life's path changed once more. It was a small shop, 10 aisles of essentials, but one of the many small stores scattered through Black River under the name of Joseph & Sons. Somehow, despite the shortage of foreign exchange that made it impossible for stores to purchase and thus sell the imported brands their customers had become accustomed to, the shelves of Joseph & Sons remained stocked. There were points during the day in which we were extremely busy, when Franklin, my boss, would emerge from the storeroom, wiping the sweat from his forehead and closing the buttons of his shirt around his stomach, to sit at the third counter to relieve the line of customers complaining about the wait. In those moments, I was in constant motion, adding, weighing, counting money, giving change, answering questions. Often people wanted to chat, to explain their purchases, complain about shortages, and seek advice. I complied when I could. In the downtime, I was bored, a state of mind I hated because my mind filled the empty spaces of time with unwelcome thoughts, pushing them forward like gag gifts I knew would be awful surprises if I accepted them. The other cashier who worked alongside me was Brenda, a young woman about 25, with such an air of absolute resignation that I feared my extended interaction with her would suck me into a place from which I could never escape our town, much less Jamaica. She pulled up a stool to her counter and sat on it for our entire 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. workday, except for one break for the bathroom after the midday rush. She did not speak to the customers except to answer questions about the location of an item, which she gave with nonverbal cues, only giving in to actually speaking if those failed.